And welcome back. Our final game of the day here at field number 2 at Capitol Field here in Charlottetown. This webcast of the 2016 Under-18 Women's Canadian Fast Pitch Championship presented by Bell Alliant TV1. And our game featured here tonight, Quebec against Alberta, team number 1, team out of Lloydminster. And Alberta, the home team. So Quebec is at the plate with Gabrielle Arpin. And she's down on the count 0-2. Looked at the first pitch, tried to bunt aboard with the second. Arpin is the second baseman. Yves Duval, the right fielder, awaits on deck. And Ariane Dessay, the shortstop, will bat third here in the inning. Here's the pitch up high, and it's a ball. Jen Chorney, the Alberta pitcher, pitching to Kaylee Huff. Kaylee Dominey is down at first base for Alberta. Here's the 1-2 delivery. That's fouled back by Arpin. Jaden Sochot at second base. Tyler Lee, the shortstop, and Briar Ballas is the third baseman. From left field to right for Alberta defensively, Ali Sobus, and Sam Megenberg, and Cassie Matlock. And this one, Arpin at first base. That'll bring Yves Duval, the right fielder, to the plate. Facing Jen Chorney, left-hander. Here's the pitch. And the steal is on and out. At second base is Gabrielle Arpin as Keely Huff throws her out for the first out in the first inning. So 1 out. Yves Duval, the right fielder, as that one drops in for a called strike. So 2 strikes to Duval. Here's the pitch. And this one right back to the pitcher, Chorney. She'll make the turn and fire it over to first base to Kaylee Dominey. And quickly 2 out here in the top of the first inning for Quebec. Ariane Dessay, the shortstop, will stand in now. And the curveball, a slow curve from the left-hander Chorney. Breaks in around the plate, and so that's a called strike 1. This one hit out to third base. Ballas, and across the diamond, and Dessay goes 5-3. And Quebec goes in order here in the top of the first inning. No score, Quebec and Alberta coming to bat. So the bottom of the first inning for Alberta, Jaden Sochot, the second baseman, will lead it off. Tyler Lee, the shortstop, will bat second, and Briar Ballas, the third baseman, third. Facing Elodie Drouin, the pitcher for Quebec. So Drouin, the pitcher. Frederic Dalfe, the catcher. Elodie Drouin down at first base. Gabrielle Arpin, the second baseman. Ariane Doucet is at shortstop. Mary-Lou Montpetit is the third baseman. From left field to right, it's Karina Cadeau, Haley Egan at center field, and Eve Duval is the right fielder. So that's the team defensively for Quebec here. The bottom of the first inning, Jaden Sochot. The second baseman will stand in against Elodie Drouin. That's not right. The pitcher, Ariane DeRoche for Quebec. So DeRoche, a right-hander, and she'll start Sochot off with a strike in the outside corner. And that pitch down low and a ball. So DeRoche 1-1 to Jaden Sochot. Here's the pitch outside and a ball. Here's the 2-1 delivery. This one hit out into left center field all the way back, and a nice running catch by Sam Megenberg. Nice catch by Haley Egan as she was able to bring that one in. So one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Tyler Lee, the shortstop, will stand in. Haley Egan going back to the fence and able to make the nice catch out in left center field. That pitch is in for a called strike to Tyler Lee, the shortstop. Here's the pitch. This one right back to the pitcher, DeRoche, over to first base, and quickly 2 out here in the bottom of the first inning. So Briar Ballas, the third baseman, will stand in. Third hitter in the lineup for Alberta to face Ariane DeRoche. Here's the pitch. And that's in for a called strike. Down low and a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Briar Ballas, the third baseman for Alberta. Inside, it's a ball. And that one in for a called strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Briar Ballas, the third baseman for Alberta, the team from Lloydminster. Here's the pitch out to short to Say, and can't get a handle on it. So a 2-out base runner for Alberta. That'll bring Keely Huff, the catcher, to the plate. Here's the first pitch, and it's in for a called strike. So 2 out, 1 on for Alberta here in the bottom of the first inning. For Keely Huff, the catcher. Here's the pitch. fouled back. Here's the 0-2 pitch, fouled directly back. Here's the pitch from DeRoche. This one fouled again. This one out of play on the third base side. So 2 out, 1 on for Alberta. Keeley Huff, the catcher at the plate for Alberta. Down on the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. And that one off the plate. Thrown down to first base and out is Ballas on a nice throw by Frederic Dalpe. So after one complete, we are scoreless, Quebec and Alberta. So we move to the top of the second inning for Team Quebec. They'll send Ariane DeRoche, the pitcher, to the plate. Elodie Drouin, the first baseman, and Marie-Lou Montpetit, the third baseman. Facing Jen Chorney. Here's the left-hander, and this one swung on and missed, strike one. And the one-strike pitch is out into right field for a leadoff single by the Quebec pitcher, Ariane DeRoche. Elodie Drouin, now the first baseman, is in.
First baseman, number 87, Elodie Drouin.
And the bunt is down. And that ball thrown into right field. Runners move up to second and third. And Quebec with scoring opportunities here in the top of the second inning. So Drouin drops the bunt down. They were not going to get her anyway. And that'll be a bunt single for her. The ball was thrown down the right field line, which then allowed the runners to move up. That brings Marie-Lou Montpetit to the plate. And that pitch from Jen Chorney is up high and a ball. Second and third for Quebec. Nobody out here in the inning. Top of the second, here's the pitch down to short. And that goes through the legs of the shortstop. And one run will score, that being DeRoche. Drouin moves to third base, and Montpetit is on at first on an error. That'll bring Miriam Mainville, designated player, to the plate as we have a discussion here going on. The head coach comes out, and that's head coach of Alberta, comes out and talks to his team.
O juiz designou número 15, Miriam Manville.
So Miriam Mainville, designated player, will come to the plate, facing Jen Chorney. So back-to-back singles, then an error. A run is in and runners at the corners here for Quebec with no one out. Here's the square. That pitch down low and slowly down to second base goes Montpetit. So runners at second and third for Quebec. Here's the pitch. And this one beat into the dirt, foul by Manville. Here's the pitch. And this one hit down to third base. Nice diving play. Goes home to get the runner, and that play is executed perfectly. Nice job by the third baseman, Briar Ballas, as she dives to her left, catches the ball, and throws home to get Drouin. What a lovely play. Moving on to third base is Montpetit, and down at first base is Manville on a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch, and that's in for a strike, and the ball is thrown away by Alberta. And the run will come in to score. That's Montpetit. So Quebec leading by a score of 2-0 now. And that is in for a strike, as trying to butt her way aboard is Karina Cadeau. She is the left fielder for Quebec, standing in with. And now fouled back. One out here in the inning. Karina Cadeau, the left fielder, is in with a base runner down at second. Jen Chorney, the pitcher, working, and that one up high and a ball. Chorney, a tall left-hander. And this one, chopped to Ballas, and she'll make the play across the diamond. 2 out here in the inning. So Frederic Delphi will come to the plate with 2 out in the inning. Base runner down at second. Here's the pitch. And she'll try to butt her way aboard and fouls the bunt back. Delphi plays, well, she's the catcher for Quebec. Here's the one strike pitch from Chorney. It's down low and a ball. And another bunt attempt by Dalpay. And that one is foul again. So a ball and 2 strikes to the catcher for Quebec. As Jen Chorney gets set to work here, the 1-2 delivery swings and misses. Strike 3. So the inning is over, but Quebec scored twice, and they lead at 2-0 after an inning and a half. Alberta will come to bat in the bottom of the second inning. This webcast of the 2016 Under-18 Women's Canadian Fast Pitch Championship from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, proudly presented by Bell Alliant TV1. Fiber, 3 amazing services, and 1 amazing price. Bottom of the second inning for Alberta, the team out of Lloydminster. Lloydminster, the town where the border of Alberta and Saskatchewan go right through the middle. Keely Huff, the catcher, will stand in for Alberta, facing Ariane Desroches for Quebec. Here's the pitch, and this one popped up, and looks like it's going to go out of play, and it will. And that pitch up high and a ball. This one hit hard but foul. Down the left field line. Huff gets plenty of metal on it, but was way out in front of it. Here's Desroches with the pitch. This one up the middle for a single out into center field. So a leadoff single here for Keely Huff will bring Cassie Matlock, the right fielder, to the plate, facing Ariane Desroches. And that one in for a called strike. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and this one popped up, and it's going to be in foul territory. Trying to give chase to it was Mary Lou Montpetit, but just out of her reach. So Matlock, the right fielder. Here's the pitch, up high and a ball. And that pitch outside as well. And that one off the plate as well. So the count fills at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and fouled back again by Matlock. So the inning starts with Keely Huff, the catcher, singling up the middle and out into center field. And Casey Matlock is hanging tough in here with the full count pitch again. Then this one will drop. And back-to-back singles to open up the second inning for Alberta. And that'll bring Kaylee Domine to the plate. As the defense and pitcher and catcher gather to talk things over here. Make sure everybody's on the same page. With nobody out and 2 runners aboard, Domine will come in. Chances are she might be squaring to bunt. We'll see what happens. We'll see how Alberta plays it. Here's the pitch, and that wasn't the case. But it was called strike. So Dominy down on the count. Then 0-1. Here's Daraj with the pitch. This one hit up the middle. The catcher makes the play and then drops it. So the bases are full, and out comes the coach of Team Quebec. And I know exactly what he's going to say. He's going to feel that his second baseman, Arpin, had the ball long enough. For the out. And that's what the discussion is going on out there. So the bases are full for Alberta. Huff starts with a single. Matlock a single. And Dominy on a fielder's choice. On an error to the second baseman. Here's the pitch. And that's in for a called strike as pitcher Jen Chorney, looking to help her own cause, stands in. Here's the pitch outside, and it's a ball. So a ball and a strike. This one popped up. And the first baseman makes the play. Drouin for Quebec. So the first out of this second inning for Quebec brings Sam Megenber to the plate. And Megenber is the second fielder. And she looks at a strike, called strike, from Ariane DeRoche. Megenber, the center fielder for Alberta. They ask one down low in a ball. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And that one catches a piece of the plate for strike two. So a ball and two strikes to Sam Megenber. Here's the pitch. And that's outside of the ball. So Daraj fires one off the plate, seeing if Megenber would chase that one. So the count will even here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And strike 3. Megenber gets caught looking, and that's a big strikeout right there for Team Quebec. So coming to the plate, the 9th hitter in the Alberta lineup, Sadie Rustica, designated player here in the ball game. And she'll stand in with the bases loaded, but 2 out here in the inning. The pitch has swung on and missed. Strike 1. So the inning starts with a single, then another single, then an error. But DeRoche digs in. Gets the Chorney to pop up. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Chorney to pop up to first for the first out. Strikes out Megenber. And now has Rustica on the ropes 0-2. Would be a big lift for Quebec if they can get out of the inning. That pitch down and away and a ball. A ball and 2 strikes to Rustica. Here's the 1-0, and she strikes her out. So after 2 complete, Quebec continues to lead by a score of 2-0 here, as Alberta leaves 3 stranded in the bottom half of inning number 2. When we come back, Quebec to the plate in the top of the 3rd. Top of the 3rd inning for Haley Egan. For Quebec, the leadoff hitter. The pitch, first one up high from Jen Chorney. Egan, the center fielder for Quebec. And she drops down a bunt, and it's foul. So the count to Egan, the center fielder. 1 ball, 1 strike. Facing Jen Chorney. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a called strike. So down on the count, 1-2. Egan, here's the pitch, and that's down low and a ball. Counts even at 2-2. Chorney set to deal. The pitch, strike 3. Top of the order now for Quebec. Gabrielle Arpin, who singled to open up the ball game in the top of the 1st inning, but then gets thrown out trying to steal a base. And that's in for a called strike. So this inning, Jen Chorney throwing strikes here. And here's the pitch. Yeah, that one. A little bit of an off-speed pitch, seeing if Arpin would bite. She didn't. So 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that's in for a called strike. Strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Arpin. Here's the pitch. And this one is caught by the shortstop. A little pop-up in behind the 3rd baseman, but Tyler Lee comes in behind and is able to make the play. So quickly 2 out here in the top of the 3rd inning for Quebec. That'll bring Eve Duvall to the plate. Duvall bounced back to the pitcher in the 1st inning. He'll stand in against Jen Chorney. And that breaking pitch, just a little high. And that one in for a called strike. So a ball and a strike to Duvall, a right fielder for Quebec, standing in with 2 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. And the little breaking pitch, and that one down low. So the count will even at 2 balls, 2 strikes to the right fielder for Quebec. 2-2 delivery on its way. And that one is in for a strike. So now the count runs 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two delivery. Just off the plate. So the count will run full here for Yves Duval, the right fielder, with 2 out here in the 3rd inning. Top of for Quebec. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses, strike 3. So Quebec goes in order here in the top of the 3rd. We'll be back for the bottom of the 3rd, and Alberta coming to bat. Join Bell Alliant TV1's own Scott Squires when he chats with Cyril Lunny every Monday at 8:40 a.m. on the Sideline Scoop. Get up to date on Bell Alliant TV1's local sports coverage with Scott and Cyril. That's the Sideline Scoop, Mondays at 8:40 a.m. on CTV Morning Live Atlantic. We move to the bottom of the 3rd inning for Jaden Suchat. Second baseman flied out to center field her first trip. And she swings through the first offering from Ariane DeRoche. And that one on the outside corner is a called strike. So shot out down on the count 0-2 to Ariane DeRoche. DeRoche gets set to deal. Strike 3. Well, to be honest with you, the baseline has been set by the home plate umpire. If you're coming to the plate, you can't be coming looking. You've got to swing the bat. Here's Tyle Lee in, and this one is a single out into right field. So Lee gets the message. She first pitch hits, and it's a single out into right center field. That'll bring Briar Ballas to the plate, the 3rd baseman. Ballas able to reach base in the 1st inning via an error, and then get thrown out down at first base as she wandered a little too far off the first base bag. And she's not going to make the same mistake twice. That pitch outside and a ball. 1 out, 1 on. Ballas, the 3rd baseman, standing in for Alberta, trailing 2-0. And Ballas will foul that one back. And that pitch off the outside part of the plate for a ball. And that's in for a called strike. So the count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Briar Ballas, the 3rd baseman. And that pitch is outside and a ball. So the count fills 3-2, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Darash gets set to deal, swung on and missed. And that's strike 3. 2 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll bring Keely Huff to the plate. The catcher singled to open up the 2nd inning. Stranded down at 3rd base. And the first pitch is down low and a ball. 2nd inning, Alberta had the bases loaded with no one out in the inning. And Ariane Darash able to get out of the inning with a couple of strikeouts and forcing a pop-up. Here's the pitch. That one gets away from the catcher. And down into 2nd base goes Lee. So the first baseman for Quebec, Elodie Drouin, just checking with her catcher, Dalfay, to make sure she's okay as she kind of come back and fell towards the fence trying to chase down that ball. This pitch is taken off the ankle of Huff. And so Alberta has runners in, well, a runner in scoring position down at 2nd base, and Huff over at 1st base. So Alberta will send a base runner out. So Briar Ballas will come out and run over at 1st base. Runners at 1st and 2nd. There are 2 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. And this pitch gets away from the catcher and the runner moves up, or both runners rather move up. So Lee at 3rd now, Huff down at 2nd base. So a clutch base hit here for Matlock, and this game's tied up. Darash with the pitch, and this one will be out of play and foul. So with runners in scoring position, Darash has been excellent. Here's the pitch. This one bounced right back to Darash, and she'll play it across to 1st base, and the inning is over. Alberta will strand 2 more, and after 3 complete, Quebec continues to lead by a score of 2-0. Top of the 4th inning for Team Quebec. Ariane Desai, the shortstop. Ariane Darash. And that pitch down low and a ball. And Elodie Drouin. Those are the scheduled 3 for Quebec here in the inning. Desai bounced out to third base. That's in for a called strike. Desai's ground out to third ended the first inning for Quebec. Here's Chorney, and this one hit right at the second baseman, Sushot. And so Desai will go with a liner to second base for the first out of the top of the fourth inning. That'll bring the pitcher, Ariane DeRoche, to the plate. Now, DeRoche singled and scored a run in the second inning. Here's the pitch, up high and a ball. Drouin at the plate. This one right back to the pitcher. And over to first base and the out. So there's 2 out in the inning. That'll bring Marie-Lou Montpetit to the plate. Montpetit reached base in an error in the second inning and eventually scored a run. Chorney up high. And that pitch down low and a ball. Pitch is outside, a ball. And that one in for a called strike. Fouled back. So Marie-Lou Montpetit, 3-2, full count. This one hit by the third baseman. Shortstop comes up with it, but the throw is late. So a single for Montpetit. So that'll bring up Marion Manville. Reached base in a fielder's choice in the second inning. So she'll stand in with 2 out here in the inning. Top of the fourth. Montpetit down at first base. Here's the pitch, and this one popped up. That'll draw a crowd down the right field line, but that'll be out of play. Jen Chorney working here for Alberta. And that pitch is up high and a ball. So a ball and a strike to Mainville. Miriam Mainville is the designated player here for Quebec. Here's the pitch. And this one popped up. And who's calling it? It's the right fielder. And the inning is over. And after 3.5, Quebec continues to lead by a score of 2-0, with Alberta coming to bat in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Quebec scored 0 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 left on base.
So we move to the bottom of the fourth inning for Alberta. The team from Lloydminster. Kaylee Dominey, Jen Chorney, and Sam Meganber are the scheduled hitters for Alberta here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Facing Ariane DeRoche. That pitch is away and a ball. Well, it's not as if Alberta hasn't had base runners, but when they've had base runners, DeRoche really digs in. This pitch fouled back. Count goes 1-1. Second inning, Alberta, the bases loaded with nobody out, and DeRoche gets the next three in order, and then base runners at second and third. DeRoche able to get the job done again. And that one, it just misses a piece of the plate. So 2 balls and a strike then to Kaylee Dominey. Reach base and a fielder's choice in inning number 2. That pitch up high. So the count runs 3-1. Popped up. Left fielder comes in and will make the play. So Karina Cadeau gathers that one in for the first out of inning number 4, bottom of for Alberta. That'll bring the pitcher, Jen Chorney, to the plate. Chorney popped up to first base her first trip. And that's in for a called strike. Outside and a ball. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swings and misses, strike 2. So Chorney down on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning for Alberta. Alberta trailing 2-0 to Quebec. Close. Close, but no cigar. Count evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chorney. And that pitch is outside and a ball. So the count will fill then, 3-2. Jen Chorney, the pitcher for Alberta, facing Ariane DeRoche. And the pitch is hit out into center field, and it will go for a single. So 1 out single here for Alberta in the bottom of the fourth inning brings Sam Meganber to the plate. Meganber, the center fielder for Alberta. DeRoche gets set to deal, and this one is lined, and they're going to be able to double off Chorney. So the inning is over after 4 complete. Quebec continues to lead by a score of 2-0 over Alberta. Visit bellalliant.ca/TV1 for the live TV1 webcast schedule as well as on-demand content. You can also get information on live TV1 events available exclusively to Bell Alliant Fiber customers in Atlantic Canada on channels 1 and 401. Fiber, 3 amazing services and 1 amazing price. Top of the fifth inning for Quebec. Karina Cadeau is in, the left fielder, to face Jen Chorney. And she offers at that bunt, trying to butt her way aboard. Strike one to Cadeau. Cadeau, the left fielder. And she bounced out to third baseman in her only trip. And she bunts one to the third baseman again. And the quick play is out, as Cadeau will go 5-3 for the second straight time. That'll bring Frederick Dalfay, the catcher, to the plate. Dalfay struck out to end the second inning. She'll stand in for the second time here tonight, facing Jen Chorney. Quebec 2-0 leaders here against Alberta, and the pitch, trying to butt her way aboard, is Dalfay. So Dalfay, the catcher. And this one hit to the first baseman, goes off the first baseman's glove and then into foul territory. So Dalpay with a single here, one out. In the top of the fifth inning for Haley Egan, the center fielder. Egan struck out, opening up the third inning. So she'll stand in, one on, one out. Here's the pitch as she tries to bunt her way aboard. Jordan gets set for the one-strike pitch, and again, the bunt attempt. Egan doesn't get it. And so she's 0-2 to Chorney. Delivery, here it is. And this one hit out to the shortstop. Lee across the diamond, and they will get the very speedy Haley Egan. So that's well played by the shortstop, Tyler Lee. Top of the order for Gabrielle Arpin. Arpin singled in the first inning. She popped up to short in inning number 3. So she'll stand in with a base runner out at second base. Two out in the inning. Here's the pitch. This one, again, Lee comes up with it, and her throw gets Arpin. So Quebec come up empty here on the top of the fifth inning. And after 4.5, it is Quebec continuing to lead by a score of 2-0. Bottom of the fifth inning, Alberta will send Sadie Rostica, the designated player, Jaden Soshot, the top of the order, and then Tyra Lee. That's Tyler Lee. And the first pitch bunted. And Rostica goes out 1-4. Top of the order now to Jaden Soshot.
Number 9, Jaden Sushut. So there's an inning of the net, Jaden Sushut.
So Sushot, the second baseman for Alberta, has flied out to center field and has struck out against Ariane DeRoche. And the first pitch is in for a called strike. Ariane DeRoche, here's the pitch down low and a ball. And that's in for a called strike. So a ball and 2 strikes to Jaden Susha. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning for Alberta. They're trying to get something going here, trailing Quebec by a score of 2-0. And that one down low and a ball. This one hit into right field. That'll drop for a single. So 1 out single here for Sushot. And that'll bring Tyler Lee, the shortstop, to the plate. Lee has bounced to the pitcher and singled. So DeRoche gets set, looks in, gets the sign, likes it, the pitch outside a ball. Tyler Lee, the shortstop, is in. And at the plate facing Ariane DeRoche, and she'll pop this one up. And it will be out of play. Out of play in the first base side. So a ball and a strike here to Lee. Here's the pitch. And this one fouled on the left field side, and that'll be out of play. So Lee down on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. DeRoche looking for the second out here of the 5th inning. Ariane DeRoche, the pitcher for Quebec. The pitch, that one is going to be grabbed by the shortstop, Desai, but no chance to get the base runner Lee. So, Sushot moves up to second base. A couple of singles after a ground out back to the pitcher. And Alberta, something going here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll bring Briar Ballas to the plate. Third baseman, reached base on an error and struck out. And she'll bounce that one foul on the third base side. So runners at first and second base for Alberta. Here's the pitch. And that one is fouled back. So Briar Ballas is down on the count. 0-2. 1 out here in the inning. Runners at first and second. Lee at first. Sushot out at second base for Alberta. Here's the pitch. And that one outside and a ball. Getting set, 1-2 delivery. This one is punched up the middle. That's could score a run. Coming around, here comes the throw. And safe. And people are safe all over the base paths. So, 1 out, RBI single for Briar Ballas. Brings in Jaden Susha from second base. Lee moves over to third. And Ballas to second base on the throw from center field into home plate. So we've got a 2-1 ball game now. 1 out here in the inning. Runners in scoring position for Alberta at second and third for Keely Huff, the catcher for Alberta. And that one down low and a ball. For Huff, she singled in the second inning and was hit by a pitch in the third inning. And that one is in for a called strike. And that one down low and a ball. So 2 balls and a strike to the catcher for Alberta with a couple of runners in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses. Strike 2. Count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Here's the 2-2 delivery. This one hit out to short, and they'll go home with it and cut down the runner. Nice play by the shortstop, Ariane Desai. She plays the game so well. Immediately the ball was hit out to her at short, and she did not hesitate and came home to cut down the runner, the base runner, Tyler Lee. So there are 2 out here in the inning. Casey Matlock will stand in. She's singled in 2 trips. And base runners at first and third. 1 run across, 2-1, Quebec with the lead. So DeBrosh looking to get out of the inning with just giving up the 1 run. That pitch is off the plate for a called ball. Here's the 1-0 delivery. This one hit into left field. Back and making the catch is Karina Kiddo. So the inning is over, the bottom of the 5th, but Alberta does score a run, and they cut the lead in half. And after 5 complete, Quebec leading by a score of 2-1. So we move to the top of inning number 6 for Eve Duval. Ariane Desai, and Duval lays out the bunt, and that's going to be a fair ball. Nice bunt by Duval as she deadened it, really. And no chance to get the speedy right fielder as she's by the bag before anybody can come up with it. That'll bring Ariane Desai to the plate, shortstop. And that's in for a called strike. So Ariane DeRoche is in. Here's the pitch. DeRoche, the pitcher, hitting. This one hit right back to the pitcher. She'll go to second base trying to get the double play, but safe. Is the hitter, DeRoche. So Duval erased at second base, 1-4. And DeRoche on in a fielder's choice here. And Quebec is going to make a change. Two to one, good ball game going here at field number 2. So Esther Dugas will run for Ariane DeRoche, no doubt. DeRoche will re-enter. She is the pitcher and doing a very good job here. Here's the pitch now, and that one up high and a ball. So 1 out in the inning. Quebec with a base runner down at first. Here's the pitch, up high and a ball. So 2-0. The count on number 87, Elodie Drouin. Here's the pitch. And this one popped up, taking control the second baseman. And second baseman Sochot will gather it in. And there are 2 out here in the inning as Drouin pops it up. That'll bring Mary-Lou Montpetit to the plate. She reached base on an error in the second inning and scored. She singled in the fourth. So she'll stand in with 2 out in the inning. Here's the pitch. Pitch up high and a ball. Dugas down at first base. Came in to run. And that pitch back to the screen it goes. So Dugas down at second base. 2 out. Runner in scoring position for Mary-Lou Montpetit, the third baseman for Team Quebec. Here's the pitch, and that one in for a called strike. Here's the pitch. That one hit to third base. Malaz across the diamond, and the inning is over. And after 5.5, Quebec leads by a score of 2-1. This webcast of the 2016 Under-18 Women's Canadian Fast Pitch Championship from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, proudly presented by Bell Alliant TV1. Fiber, 3 amazing services, 1 amazing price.
There were no errors and 1 left on base.
So we move to Alberta, half of the sixth inning, the bottom of. Kaylee Domine, the first baseman, will stand in. Reach base in a fielder's choice and hit a fly ball out to left field in 2 trips. 2-1, Quebec with the lead. Here's the pitch, and that one away in a ball. Ariane DeRoche, who was pinch run for in that inning, is back in the ball game. Of course, on the mound. And that one up high in a ball. So 2-0. To Domine, here's the pitch, and swings and misses, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to first baseman Kaylee Domine. Here's the 2-1 delivery down low in a ball, so the count runs 3 balls and a strike, 3-1 to Kaylee Domine, the leadoff hitter for Alberta here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Domine, the first baseman. Alberta looking for a base runner here. As catcher Delphi goes out to the mound to talk it over with DeRoche. So Domine here, ahead in the count, 3-1. Here's the 3-1 delivery, the pitch. Swung on and missed, fouled straight back. So the count fills for Domine. 3-2, here it is. And that one down low in a ball. So it's a leadoff walk here for Alberta. In the bottom of the 6th inning for Jen Chorney, the pitcher. Chorney has popped up and has singled. Here's the pitch. And that'll be in for a called strike. And backing off that one, Chorney. Pitch up high was a ball. So a ball and a strike now to Jen Chorney, the pitcher for Team Alberta in this ball game. Here's the pitch down low and a ball. So 2-1. Here's the pitch, and this one hit out into center field for a single, and the first 2 runners are aboard for Alberta here in inning number 6, the bottom of the 6th inning. So that'll bring Sam Megenberg to the plate, center fielder. Megenberg has struck out and lined out, and she looks like she's squaring to bunt, and she does, gets it down. They'll go to first base and get the base runner. So the sacrifice executed perfectly by Megenberg as the base runners move up. Third and second, 1 out here.
Now batting for the Lions, number 2, Brooke Johnson.
Now coming to the plate, a pinch hitter, Brooke Johnston. Johnson will be in for Sadie Rustica. And the first pitch, swinging strike. So runners down at second and third for Alberta. They trail by a run, 2-1. There's one out here in the inning. Ariane DeRoche getting set to deal, and this one is popped up. And the third baseman, Montpetit, comes in and takes control. And she gathers it in for the second out of the inning. We go to the top of the order. So that's Jaden Sushot, who has singled, scored a run in the fifth inning, struck out and flied out to center. So a big moment right here. Swings and misses, strike one. So 2 out here in the inning. DeRoche digging in. Here's the pitch, and that's in for a called strike. So 0-2 to Sushot. Second baseman, leadoff hitter, in with runners at second and third. DeRoche gets set to deal. Here's the pitch. It's hit out to second base. The play to first, and the inning is over. So Alberta strands 2, and after 6 complete, Quebec continues to lead by a score of 2-1. Top of the seventh inning now. And Miriam Manville comes to the plate to hit for Quebec. And she'll play that one foul down the right field line. So Chorty has done a pretty good job here pitching. Really, the second inning, where they gave up the 2 runs on 2 singles, a couple of errors, and a fielder's choice. Other than that, she's had a wonderful game here, Cherney has. Here's the pitch, and that's in for a called strike. So Mainville down on the count 0-2 here on the top of the 7th inning. And this one hit foul down the left field line. And that one will be fouled back. Count stays the same. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. This one hit right back to Chorney, and she'll go to first base. 1 out here in the top of the 7th as Mainville goes 1-3. That'll bring up the left fielder, Karina Cadu. Cadu has bounced to third base both times to the plate. And that pitch up high and a ball. And that one inside is a ball. So 2-0 to Karina Cadu, the left fielder, facing Jen Chorney for Alberta. Here's the 2-0 delivery, and she tried to drop the bunt down, and she is extremely quick. Here's the pitch, and that one up high. Nope, it's called a strike. And the coach for Quebec not happy about the call whatsoever. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one down low is a ball. Now we have a full count, 3-2 to Karina Cadu. And she'll pop it up. Catcher gets to it as Huff makes the play. And there are 2 out here in the inning. Top of 7, Quebec. That'll bring Frederick Dalpay to the plate as struck out and singled in 2 trips. Dalpay, the catcher. Here's the pitch. He drops a bunt down, and this is going to be unplayable.
Second baseman, number 30, Gabriel Alcantara.
Now we go to the top of the order now. There's now a change going to be made here, as the Quebec coach comes out to make his change. Inning started with Manville. So our Pat will come out, the leadoff hitter. And Jody Tremblay will come in to hit for Quebec. So Tremblay is in. Our Pat is out. There are 2 out here in the inning. Doesn't mean our Pat won't come back into the ball game in the re-entry rule. Bat with 2 out. Tremblay stands in. Charney gets set to deal. Here's the pitch. And that one outside a ball. And this one popped up to right field, and the inning is over. So after 6.5, Quebec leading by a score of 2-1. Alberta coming to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll be back when it's set to go. So last chance for Alberta. They are trailing by a score of 2-1. Tyler Lee, Briar Ballas, and Keely Huff are the scheduled hitters. Lee stands in to face Ariane DeRoche, and that one is in for a called strike. So bottom of the seventh inning for Alberta, trailing 2-1 to Quebec. Alberta has left 8 runners in scoring position here in the ball game. Here's the pitch. And that's in for a called strike. So Lee is down on the count 0-2 to Ariane DeRoche. And that pitch up high and away, a ball. 1-2 to Lee. Here's the pitch. This one tapped in front of the plate, but it's foul. So DeRoche looks in, gets the sign. Here's the 1-2. That's down low and a ball, 2-2. Now, DeRoche never walked a batter until the 6th inning, when she walked the leadoff hitter. This one hit out to short. Here's the long throw, and they will... Oh, safe is going to be the call. And that brings the dugout of Quebec out upset. Close play. At first base, but the leadoff hitter, Lee, is aboard as she legs out that infield hit. So now the infield is gathering around. At least the right side of the infield gathering around as the catcher, Frederic Dalpe, comes out, and she's really the quarterback, it seems, of this infield. So a leadoff single. That makes things interesting. Briar Ballas, the third baseman, will stand in. Singled and drove in the only run for Alberta. That was in the 5th inning. She stands in. And here's the pitch. Down low and a ball. Now the coach for Quebec decides he's calling time, and he's going to go out and talk to his Chargers. So basically the Quebec runs come in the 2nd inning. And Cherney does a good job pitching. On the other hand, Ariane DeRoche does a nice job as well, as in particular digs in when the runners are in scoring position. Alberta has left 8 at either second or third base. All right. Briar Ballas, third baseman, is in. And 1-0 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses. Strike one. So a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. This one fouled back. So Briar Ballas down on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Base runner, the shortstop Lee down at first base. Here's the pitch. Down low, and it's a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. An exciting finish to this game. Here's the pitch. And that one outside is a ball. So the count runs full here. 3-2 to Briar Ballas. Nobody out. Base runner down at first. 3-2 delivery. Here it is. Swung on and missed, and that's popped up, and it'll be out of play. Sal will do it all over again. 3-2 count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning for Alberta. They have a base runner down at first in Lee. Daraj gets set, and the delivery is outside and a ball. So only the second walk in the ball game given up by Ariane Daraj, and both of them come here in the late innings. Base runner down at first base. Justice Lohendorf is in to run for Briar Ballas. So the base runners are at first and second. Tying run is at second with the winning run here in the bottom of the 7th. As that pitch is in for a called strike, the winning run is over at first base. That brings Keeley Huff in. Huff has singled, been hit by a pitch, and on in a fielder's choice. So she's been on 3 times, and she'll pop this one up. And that'll be just out of play. So Huff down on the count, 2 strikes. Here's Daraj, gets set to deal the pitch. And this one hit into left field. It's a single. And everybody stays. Now here comes the base runner from third base, and she's in safe. So the game is tied now as Lee very aggressively makes the turn at third base and decides she's going to go for it. On the throw, then to home. Ballas goes down to third base, and Huff out to second. So nobody out here in the inning. Runners at second and third. So Keeley Huff with the RBI ties it up. That'll bring Matlock. Casey Matlock, the right fielder, to the plate. And the first one. Now they're going to walk Matlock to load the bases. Good idea. So with nobody out and the winning run down at third base, Quebec decides with first base open that they'll walk Matlock. And that'll bring Kaylee Domine in. Domine has gotten on base by a fielder's choice. She's flown out to left and she's walked. And now we have a change.
Now batting for the Lions, first baseman, number 6, Kaylee Domine. Obata, now playing again, number 6, Kaylee Domine.
So Kaylee Domine is in. First baseman. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. And that's in for a called strike. This one up high and a ball. 1-1. This one popped up right side, and you really might not want to catch that one, but the play is made as the base runner nearly makes it from third base. So 1 out in the inning. So 1 out. Jen Chorney now, the pitcher, stands in for Alberta. Bases loaded. And that one outside is a ball. This happened back in the fifth inning. Bases loaded, nobody out, and that's in for a called strike. And just the 1 run scored. Bases were also loaded in the second inning. Nobody out. And Alberta not able to score. That pitch up high and a ball. So 2-0 to the Alberta pitcher, Jen Chorney. Ariane DeRoche dealing. That pitch down and away, and it's a ball. So no place to put Chorney. Bases are full, and the game is on the line. 3 balls and 1 strike. Ariane DeRoche. Here's the pitch, and this one is popped up, and they've got a runner doubled off third base. How about that? The pinch base runner is doubled off at third, and the inning is over, and we're tied up at 2, and we're going to extra innings. So to extra innings we go to the top of the 8th inning. And the bunt is down, and the base runner is out. So Duval goes out. 1-4, and that'll bring up Ariane Dezay. And that pitch is up high and a ball. Here's the pitch, and that one, that's in for a strike. Foul back. So down on the count, Desai, a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this one is dropped. Over at third base. The base runner, number 30, our pass stays right there. So 1 out here in the inning. Runners at the corners. Here's the bunt. And they'll throw down to second base and have the runner hung up. Now they'll get the base runner at home. Defensive play done nicely. So the tiebreaker system where you send somebody out to second base, that was our path to start the inning. She moved over to third base. And we have the base runner for Quebec. And she goes halfway down to second base, stops. Then they look to throw her out, but realizing that the base runner from third may come home. Anyway, the base runner decided to come home from third, and she got thrown out. Well played. Swung on and missed. That is strike 2. So an opportunity for Quebec there. Here's the pitch. And this one hit out into right field, coming on to make the catch. The right fielder for Alberta, Cassie Matlock. And now we'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning for Team Alberta. So for Alberta, they'll look to send a base runner out there to start the inning. And that'll be Jen Chorney. And they send the base runner to third base. So base runner at third here. And the tie-breaking system in this game. Bottom of the 8th inning. So standing in is Sam Megenberg. Alberta defensively did a great job there in the top of the 8th inning to stop that run. So the base runner is out at second base. Sorry, not third. Second base. Here's the pitch. And that one gets away from the catcher all the way back to the screen. And now the base runner is over at third. So a matter of what you do now if you're Quebec. Do you start walking the bases full? Here's Megenberg. She stands in. Here's the pitch. That's fouled back. So, bottom of the 8th inning here. In a tie ball game, 2-2. We're into the tie-breaking format where the base runners go out to second base to start the inning. Now the bunt attempt is missed. And that foul back at a piece of the catcher for Quebec, Frederic Dalpe. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Adrian DeRoche digging in again. Now Brooke Johnstone stands in to hit for Alberta. 1 out, base runner down at third. DeRoche gets set to deal. Here's the pitch, the bunt, and pops it up. Can't get it down. Brooke Johnstone at the plate. 1 strike. 1 out. Base runner at third. Bottom of. That pitch up high and a ball. And that in for a called strike. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. So Johnston gets caught looking. That'll bring Jaden Suchat to the plate with 2 out here in the inning. Base runner at third. And we could go to 9 here. Here's the pitch. Yeah, that one down low and a ball. And this one popped up. And the inning is over, and we're going to go to the top of the 9th inning for Quebec now. As we are in extra innings here in this ball game at the Under-18 Women's Canadian Fast Pitch Championships from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, and proudly presented by Bella Lion TV1. Fiber, 3 amazing services, 1 amazing price. All right, we move to the top of the ninth inning. The bunt is down and moving the runner across for Quebec, number 87, Elodie Drouin. And so now a base runner down at third for Team Quebec. And that'll bring Mary-Lou Montpetit in, and she'll swing through that first offering. So one strike to Montpetit. Quebec with the base runner down at third, and here's the pitch. This one punched out into right field, and it's caught. Here comes the throw, and Quebec will get the run across. So nice catch by the Alberta right fielder, Cassie Matlock. 2 out here in the inning. And that'll bring to the plate for Quebec, number 15, Miriam Mainville. So Alberta has the lead, or excuse me, Quebec has the lead. And that pitch in for a called strike. And it's a matter of them holding that lead now when we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Here's the pitch. This one, line shot right to the first baseman, Dominique. So the inning is over. Quebec with the lead now by a score of 3-2. And we'll go to the bottom of inning number 9 for Alberta, where they will have an opportunity with a base runner at second base to try and tie it up. So Quebec has the lead by 1, 3-2, and now Alberta with their base runner out at second base here in the extra inning, the bottom of the ninth. As they'll send to the plate, Alberta will, number 14, Tyler Lee, to face Ariane DeRoche. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses, strike one. Here's the pitch. Up high and a ball. And that pitch up high and a ball. Two balls and a strike. Here's the pitch, and that one up high, and that'll be ball 3. Here's the 3-1 delivery. That one skied, popped up, and the third baseman comes in and makes the play, and Malpetit gathers it in. So the base runner stays put at second base. 1 out here in the inning. And that'll bring to the plate number 44 for Alberta, Briar Ballas. And that pitch up high and a ball. So number 44, Briar Ballas is in. Base runner out at second. There's 1 out. Here's the pitch down low and a ball. So 2-0 to Ballas. We are in the bottom of the 9th inning in a game that goes 7. So we have 2 extra innings. Here's the pitch. This one popped up. Second baseman will call it and take it. So there are 2 out in the inning now. Our pad calls it at around first base. So 2 out in the inning. Last chance for Alberta, as they'll send to the plate Keely Huff, and that's their catcher. Here's the pitch, and that's in for a called strike. So Huff, the catcher, down on the count 0-1. Tying run out at second base. Here in extra innings. That pitch down low and a ball. Now the count is 1 ball, 1 strike to Keely Huff. Here's the pitch, and this one is lined into left center field. 1 run will score, and we're all tied up, and down into second base will go number 44, Keely Huff, and this game is tied up again. Now out to base run for Huff, number 44, Briar Ballas. So now with 2 out, the winning run is out at second base, and standing in is Cassie Matlock. Here's the pitch, and that one's in for a called strike. Here's the 1 strike delivery. This one is in for a called second strike. So Cassie Matlock down on the count 0-2. Winning run out at second base. Here's the pitch. And she'll foul this one down the left field line. It'll go at a play. So quite a ball game here on a Thursday night at the Capitol Fields here in Charlottetown. Here at the Under-18 Women's Canadian Fast Pitch Championship. Here's the pitch. This one lined to the second baseman. The inning is over, and we're going to go to the 10th. All tied up at 3-3 between Quebec and Alberta. Back for the top of the 10th inning for Quebec. They'll send number 25 to the plate. Kariana Kiddo with the base runner out at second. Here's the pitch, and she'll try to drop one down. Can't get the bunt done. So 1 strike on Kiddo. And here's the pitch, and she'll lay off that bunt. Here's the pitch, and she can't get the bat on the ball for the bunt. And that is a tough one here. She'll try to move that runner. So down on the count, and that pitch up high and a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the left fielder, Karina Kiddo. And here's the pitch. Down low, gets away from the catcher, and so to third base. The job is done. So the base runner is over at third, no one out. And the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 3-2 delivery. This one, strike 3. Caught looking. Was number 25, Karina Kiddo. That'll bring to the plate number 96, Frederic Dalpe. Here's the pitch. And that one down low and a ball. 1 out. Base runner down at third for Quebec here in the top of the 10th inning. This one's turned into quite a ball game. And here's the pitch, and it's down. And that one is thrown into right field. Base runner will go to second base. And is coming around to score. Number 1, Haley Egan. So Quebec retakes the lead by 1 now. And with 1 out here in the top of the 10th inning, base runner is out at second base. And going out to pinch run at second base, number 75, Esther Duga. All right, 1 out in the inning. Coming to the plate, Gabrielle Arpin, the leadoff hitter for Quebec. So 1 run across. Quebec retakes the lead here on the top of the 10th inning. They would be out in front now by a score of 4-3 as we're into the 3rd extra inning of play. Here's the pitch. And the bunt trying to get herself aboard is Gabrielle Arpin, but that goes foul. Here's the pitch. And that one down low. The steal and out is the base runner for Quebec. So caught stealing is number 75 for Quebec, Esther Dugas, and she was out by quite a margin. So 2 out in the inning. Here's our pass, and she'll drop the bunt down. It's foul. Here's the pitch, and this one to the second baseman over to first, and the inning is over. And after 9.5, Team Quebec has retaken the lead by a score of 4-3. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 10. Alberta, their opportunity now with a base runner out at second base. So we move to the bottom of the 10th inning for Alberta. And the leadoff hitter, Kaylee Dominy, will stand in. And again, with a base runner out at second base. Quebec with the lead now. They scored in their half of the 9th inning, and now it's up to Alberta. They'll get the bunt down. The base runner will move over to third base. And Dominy is safe down at first. Well, at least the coach says to stay there. Now there'll be a conference amongst the umpires. And she is out. So Dominy does get the job done, though. She gets the bunt down. Many have come before and not been able to get the bunt down. She does. Base runner over at third now. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Jen Shorney. So Shorney stands in facing Ariane Darash. Both Darash and Shorney have gone the whole distance here. And that's in for a called strike. Now getting set for the one-strike delivery to Jen Chorney. That one is in for a called strike. So Chorney down on the count, 0-2. Base runner is over a third. For Alberta, they need that base runner in to extend this ball game into the 11th inning. Here's the pitch. Strike three. Chorney gets caught looking. As she looked at 3 straight pitches that were in for strikes. Megan Byrne now, last chance. Here's the pitch. This one hit out to second base. The play, and the ball game is over. Quebec has defeated Alberta in a 10-inning game by a score of 4-3. And that's it for today from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. at the Under-18 Women's Canadian Fast Pitch Championship. Proudly presented by Bella Lion TV1. Fiber, 3 amazing services, and 1 amazing price. Hope you enjoyed our coverage today. Back again tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's championship time now as the teams get seated. Hope you'll join us. I'm Paul M. Skierman. Have a good evening.